right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. It's our final match of WPC-ACE season number 1. This one game decides the fate of over $215,000 in prize money. I'm LD, and I am joined here today, of course, by Winter, as well as Lysander. Guys, let's hop ourselves inside the draft. Let's get into it. Game 7, we had another long break. It's a big match. What are you seeing so far? Are you guys still with me?
I am here, but I was waiting that...
You were both waiting for each other to talk. Okay.
5 seconds.
All right.
But we're gonna see a Vino and Chances once more opening from DK. And looking at the bans again, IG doesn't want to let the OD through this time around. So they actually went back to their original plan, which is to take out the Timbersaw plus the OD, instead of trying to ban out something else. The Visage has been totally ignored.
And, well, if there are actually mic issues, let me know, mods. I'm pretty much going to ignore the rest of the chat, but might have just been a temporary thing. So, either way, a Wisp pick from DK. Oh, the tiny Wisp. Tony Wisp. Every other game up until now, IG has banned the Wisp in the second stage. This could be the fatal mistake, guys. This could be the fatal mistake.
They banned all the Ice Ice heroes, though. That's one thing.
DK's turn to pick.
Yeah, Tony's here, but they banned every single Ice Ice hero. They banned Timbersaw, they banned Bristleback, they banned Invoker, they pick up Clockwork for themselves. Prophet has been banned by DK. So Ice Ice will be playing something new here.
Yeah, what's it gonna be? Clockwork is picked up by IG, like you mentioned. So
Bounty Hunter is very good for Tony and the Wisp.
yeah,
10 seconds remaining.
Well,
makes their ability to take team fights pretty bad though.
5 seconds remaining.
DK are already
it's
not
good.
that good at the team fights.
I have a bad news for both of you.
What?
Reserve time.
Venomancer, solo mid? Question mark?
Yeah.
Question mark?
I always want to see a Venomancer work middle, but I don't know what Mushi might have in mind. But Venomancer versus DK, if Venomancer plays it right, DK doesn't stand a chance. So
What's it
because all
gonna
that
be?
poison goes through the armor, and it's really powerful if he goes for high levels in Poison Sting and Gale. DK won't be able to stay in the lane.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else besides Bounty Hunter. I guess there's Darkseer, but he's really, like, nobody picks him right now, so.
Maybe they just do Vino off lane and something else for Mushi. They could go down that route, but it seems
I
like
think it's dual lane mid, maybe high chance, maybe possible.
Tony, Wisp, middle, and no, I feel like they're just going to safe lane it and just run the Vino and one more hero on both of the other lanes.
Unless they did, like, a dual lane mid or something, maybe, but doesn't seem
10
that
seconds
likely.
remaining.
Oh, Slark! Yeah, the chat called out Slark. Yeah. Slark
Ah,
for
yes,
Ice
yes. That would be a good choice.
Great against Mirana as well.
I kind of
Not
like
so
the...
good against Shadow Demon though.
Reserve time.
Slark or Bounty Hunter, Winter, which one would you pick? Which one would you go for?
I would actually not go for either one
What would
because
you go for?
I wouldn't want to put Vino solo mid on Mushi.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's say it's an Ice off lane Veno. What would you go for Mushi then?
Shadow Friend.
Oh, that's a little greedy at that point.
No, I would go for a Puck because they need a disable.
Yeah, I feel like they really need another tempo controller. Like, Veno does not cut it, even if he is one of the solos, which it looks like he is.
That's
chat's
the reason why
calling
that's
for
the reason why they didn't ban the Wisp out, because they opened Vino and Chantress. Two supports. Why do you need to ban out the Wisp?
Yeah.
But DK still wanted to take the Wisp in the end.
Mind games.
Sand King.
Sand King. Mushi
Off
Sand
lane
King
Vino.
is-
Off lane Vino solo mid Sand King.
Solo mid Sand King versus Dragon Knight.
Yeah.
Actually, very decent matchup for Sand King.
Good stun as well.
You could win this lane with a point or two in Caustic Finale.
He actually loves to play Puck. He used to love to play Puck. I'm quite surprised that he hasn't been playing much of that hero. Like Puck is a very good combination to start out before the relocate comes in.
It's not the best matchup versus Dragon Knight, though,
It's
because
the
you
Lich King.
can't really harass him.
Yeah, true.
Winter, how do you like your Lich King? Prince Arthas.
Lich King is for lane dominance, and Lich King is also very good versus the relocate gank. You just throw the chain first when the two guys comes over.
Yeah, that's a good point. But
And Frost Armor very good against Tiny as well, worth mentioning.
well, he only needs to hit you once or twice, so
Every little bit helps. The armor is going to be helpful.
And-
Obviously, it doesn't protect against the cleave, but
Cleave.
Does-
Cleave is
does-
just going to ignore you.
yeah, but you can't always hit something besides the target. Like sometimes you do have to right click the target, and it will be very helpful for that.
10 seconds
The
remaining.
lanes,
Okay.
looking at the lanes, probably it's going to be a dual lane from IG. I foresee a
5
dual lane from
seconds
IG.
remaining.
Shadow Demon plus Mirana. And Clockwork and Lich will probably be on the off lane to suppress the Tiny.
So I think the lane I'm most curious about is going to be Mushi's solo mid Sand King. Can he dominate the lane? We've seen him do it before on the Sand King versus a melee hero. He has won that lane very convincingly
Yeah.
several times in the past. So I would tend to give him the edge there, but that's
That's
assuming
one
he gets the
smoke
1v1.
I have one smoke game from IG.
LGD China strat coming out from IG. But level 1 smoke cakes have been so popular this series. This is how DK got a team wipe at level 1. And you
You
look at
remember what happened? Remember what happened? Whoever gets the team wipe will lose the game.
So IG looking to throw this game number 7 right at the get-go. They're gonna run up the high ground. Very dangerous though. Could have a lot of barrel strikes hitting here. Faith, gonna dodge it. Arrow! Oh! Nearly lands on
that
the
was
right
so
side.
close. Just barely
Yeah,
able to
himself out.
squirm his way around the tree line. All right, we won't have a first blood now. Let's introduce our teams. Guys, this is Game 7, final match. No more second chances for IG. They started off 3-0. Now they've gone 0-3 to make it a 3-3 tie heading into our deciding Game 7. Hal, your carry Mirana. Ferrari 430, your solo mid Dragon Knight. Faith, the support Shadow Demon that puts Banana under the Lich King. And YYF will be your off-lane Clockwork.
I love that emphasis. On the side of Radiant, you have DK, who have
The Dota
lineup on the
Kings.
Enchantress
The other kings.
burning on the Tiny. MMY or die on the Wisp, and we have the M-God Mushy on his favorite Sand King middle. Ice gonna take the Banana Mancer up top for a little spin, and we'll see how well he does this Vino off lane.
I like how you say it like he's like taking a car out for a test drive. It kind of is, because how often does Ice play offlane on Veno? You know, it's
Yeah, how often is
Yeah,
Veno played off lane?
There was one game the other day he was playing versus Vichy. He was playing an offlane Vino.
Oh.
It was actually something very popular in the past, offlane Vino.
Looks like Lamb he wants to smoke into the enemy jungle. He knows a lot of his camps are probably warded off, although actually the sentry was a little misplaced, is not blocking the big camp.
Oh, okay.
So he
The
doesn't
tomato
really
potato
need to do this,
spawns.
but he's going to do it anyway.
He's
And the
gonna
Lich
go
Clockwork
over.
lane is actually coming out for bottom.
Caustic
Yeah.
Finale build for Mushi, no surprises here. Very good against the melee heroes in general.
Yeah, it's easy for last
That-
hits as well. Push just the lane for yourself.
You remember Caustic Finale used to only work if you got the last hit, but they made that change like maybe it was a year ago where it works as long as you just hit the creep and then it dies. So
8 seconds.
Yeah.
Increased it from must kill to 2 seconds and then 8 seconds.
yeah, and just have to hit it at some point. So it really has strengthened his ability to take these 1v1 matchups. Already Mushi 8-2. Uh-oh. This could be a snowball king.
Yep.
Snowball King versus the Lich King. Who will prevail?
And then a Dragon Knight for good measure.
DK against DK once again.
So Lamb made that aggressive move into the enemy jungle. Now he's stolen an Alpha Wolf and goes to work on Faith. Faith taking a lot of damage here. Also being denied some free leveling and farming. And the supports, once again, just really not getting a whole lot for
wow.
themselves, but
Nice.
punishing the enemy team quite a bit.
The chicken's gonna do quite a bit of damage. He's baiting in Faith and he's getting beaten up quite a bit. Cancels the animation. A tornado. Oh, the gale goes on. This could be a kill. No.
Level
a
1
little bit-
Gale, no damage.
Yeah. Very annoying.
Why? He could have dealt a lot of damage with the
Yeah, with
tornado.
the-
They didn't
just
try
right click.
the tornado.
Yeah.
Oh, never
Or
mind.
at the
Maybe they
very
felt that
least
they
for-
didn't want to waste it.
They could at least force out a Mirana arrow to cancel it, so...
I think even just setting the wall wing onto the Shadow Demon could have caused a lot of harm.
Well, it looks like he was about to cast the tornado. It does go ahead and cancel it, and now it will be summoned. The disruption coming through. Arrow to
Arrow.
fly, and
What
almost
kind of
connecting
arrow
on
was
Lamb,
that?
but hits the Wild Wing instead.
No, he actually moved his Wild Wing
Would've
forward
missed
to
it.
block the arrow. No,
I
he
think he would've
moved the
missed
Wild
it
Wing
anyway.
forward to block. Yeah, I think he would have missed too, but it's just that he
Yeah, it
wanted
would've
to make
missed.
sure.
Didn't want to take chances.
It definitely would have missed there. Although I say that, and there was that arrow yesterday, Winter, that went through the enemy hero, like cleanly split him in two, and did not hit him, so... I guess
That
there's
was
no
a power
definite.
shot. That was a power shot.
Oh, power
not
shot.
an
Yeah,
arrow.
you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Similar though, similar. And I just want to point out, Mushi is 20-5.
Yeah, and Ferrari's
He
forced
is.
to go boots
I don't
first.
think he's missed the last hit. I think he's
Got it.
flawless. Maybe missed one.
Almost,
Missed
almost,
one.
almost flawless. But Sand King versus Dragon Knight at the start, the Sand King will be able to dominate if played right. Will be able to dominate a lot. But Mushi is just the best player in all these scenarios, 1 versus 1. He knows every small little detail he needs to do.
Yeah,
Every
like-
time he just right clicks the creep, each of the creep one time, and the Dragon Knight is always constantly afraid of the Burrow Strike, killing the creeps and hitting him at the same time.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, he can't go in to go for denies because then he just takes too much damage, and
Yeah,
so
it's
Mushi's
very
guaranteed the
difficult
last
thing.
hits. I also want to point
Ferrari
out,
has been getting some tough lanes.
yeah, he has not had very easy matchups today.
Burning, Tony! Oh, tosses the clockwork away before the clockwork cogs him inside.
Very good play from him. And yeah, we said Mushi is one of the best solo mid 1 versus 1. The only one that's been proven to beat him is on his off lane, so no danger there.
Well, 1v1 tournaments are not officials, and that was a little bit of a clowny matchup, like the Timbersaw versus Timbersaw. You remember he went cloak? Oh
Yep.
man,
Yeah, he doesn't play Timbersaw. He doesn't know.
Dire's middle
Haster in
tower
from
is
430. He's strutting bottom. Burning's on the run. Can they get off a battery assault here? This will be first blood if they get it. Now the tether coming through. Burning isolated. Now the cog should come. This will be first blood. It goes to IG. It might come at the cost of YYF here. He's got a south. No south. Just decides to go down.
He didn't have to dive so far in. He took too much damage there.
I think he could have
I think
lived with
that
the
would-
south too.
He didn't need
Yeah,
to call.
he.
Dire
Yeah, he
didn't
didn't
need
need to
to
cog.
cog, yeah.
That's a good point.
fortified. Dire's middle tower.
Oh,
They
boy.
get first blood. That was a nice rotation by Ferrari. But Mushi's 33 last hits in 4 minutes. So that's a
When
lot.
you can't win your lane, you help the other lanes. At least help your teammates out.
Yep, mid 101.
So looking at the other lanes, we've talked a lot about that mid lane, and I mean it's pretty obvious it's a really good lane for Sandcane. But Burning goes down. Still, he's farming well. 22 CS on a dual lane Tiny against the Lich Clockwork is actually pretty good. This is not Tiny Wisp is not that strong at this stage of the game, and
Yeah.
they're still getting good levels and good farm. And despite the Lich pick, I mean the Wisp has been allowed to pull freely. Wisp is level 4. This is where you go for the Lich, and if you don't stop the enemy team from pulling through, then it doesn't actually work that well. Like, he's getting tons of experience. It's almost like there's not even a Lich in the lane.
Yeah, and now the Tiny is like level 5. With the 2 combination of spells, he can take out the Lich instantly. So the Lich has to be very careful about his positioning in the lane as well. And the Enchantress has been creating a lot of pressure towards the Mirana. He's about the same last hits as Tiny that went down one time.
At the same time, the Lich is getting close to level 6, so IG are getting a lot out of this offlane as well. And if he gets level 6 in time, and DK, we see maybe Mushi dive a tower, could be very costly with that Chain Frost counter initiation. But Mushi, for now, picks up a regenerant top. He's got the Arcane Boots up as well. And I guess the one thing is, this Enchantress is very far behind. Level 2 Enchantress, the Shadow Demon level 3, so it's going to be another game where our jungler has a really just slow and kind of... He kind of sacrifices himself to help the
Oh,
team.
middle lane. Mushi, Power Strike the creeps. He's gonna be in trouble here. Do they have death
Nope.
sentries?
Nope.
No dust, no sentries, nothing on the courier.
The root sandstorm.
Yeah,
It's just gonna sit there.
it's important that he went for the point there. Sometimes if you're really greedy, you'll see people take like 2 points at Caustic, but he really needed that.
Could have died there if he didn't have the Sandstorm.
Or if IG came
Send-
prepared. Which, to be honest,
Give
they
the
should have.
sentries.
If you're trying to get Kasanke, you should have sentries.
Yeah,
Chain
but it's
lightning
6
is-
minutes into the game and the supports haven't been pulling too much. You rarely have enough gold for another set of sentries.
Yeah, Faith, I mean, he was actually trying to pull, but he got shut down by the Enchantress a lot, and that's why she's level 2. So that's part of the reason why we don't see him having a whole lot of
Dire's
gold.
middle tower
Oh my
is
god,
under
the dagger is gonna come very very soon, and early daggers for Sand King and early level 11 spells a huge load of disaster.
Is Mushi regaining his form as a drafter? You remember at TI3, like, going into the event, Orange had so many bad drafts, like, event after event, where they were just underwhelming,
He,
and then he, like,
he
suddenly
wasn't,
put
he
it
wasn't
together.
drafting. No, he wasn't drafting at the start of the group stage. He only
Yeah.
started drafting during the playoffs.
No, but I mean, he got taken off of the drafting role because his drafts were just not working.
Yeah, true.
And then he, like, put it back together, I guess you could say.
he has a book. If you did not know, a
Does
book
he?
of drafts.
Really?
Yeah, he does.
I thought it was the Chinese that did that.
No, we actually had one as well. Mushi always has one, all the time.
So what to pick whenever
How
someone
thick
picks
is this
something?
book, Winter?
Uh,
Is it like a
like
couple
yellow
pages of
scripture,
notes,
man. No,
or is it like a
like yellow
a novel?
pages, like yellow pages.
Really?
Wow. that-
Just kidding. No, no, it's not like.
I'm just
LD, how
imagining
dare you ask about the holy scriptures? I mean, this is
how
Yes.
doubting a god like Mushi is sacrilege.
sacrilege.
I was like made to write one for him before.
Well,
So it wasn't really a fun process.
early on, you just look at the golden experience. The experience isn't that bad, but the farm that DK is getting is just downright absurd. 6 DCS on Mushi at 9 minutes. And
Mostly it's Mushi's CS, the goal lead, and the first blood.
as well as, I mean, Burning's still farming well. You know, he's not as well as the Mirana, but he's been under a lot more pressure, and he's up against a Lich, so his CS is actually a lot more impressive than what it normally would be.
Oh, hook shot, Burning. Burning's gonna get trapped here in the cogs. Shadow
I
in.
think
Hopefully
YYF
be able to save him. Chain Frost is gonna come out as well. Overcharge gonna keep Burning
Where are the
alive.
bounces?
Oh, he's gonna kill YYF.
Oh no!
Oh, the bounce!
No!
Oh, no! My god!
Went wrong.
What a disaster. That looked so good. It bounced to creeps, like every single bounce after the first one went to creeps. And then the last 3 bounces just destroy both heroes. They almost dodged the bullet completely there. That went from being like
that
the
was-
most unlucky Chain Frost to a really, really good Chain Frost at the end.
Yeah, the luckiest Chain Frost ever. Like
Dire's
10
middle
bounces.
tower is under
Oh my god.
Burrow
Nice
strike in
one.
middle lane. They've got an
Epicenter.
epi here, but
Oh!
the disruption! Now the relocate comes. They can go in 430. They try and isolate him. They focus him, but he's tanky. Now YWF joins the party. He catches out Mushi. Trapped under the tower. He's so close to Blink. He needs to get out, but he burrows through. He'll pay with his life. Burning next in line. DK self-destructing here. They give up 2. They give up the Wisp, the Tiny right after he just died bottom lane. Right back into the meat grinder.
Oh my god.
That really
That
hurts.
Okay,
was-
please.
That was really hurtful. But as soon as he actually Burrow Strike in to the Dragon Knight, he actually saw the Shadow Demon already teleported down, but he still wanted to go for the epi.
Radiant's top
And then on
Yeah.
top of that, he burrowed strike forward out of the cogs. I felt like he could have just abandoned ship and tried and live, and now his Blink Dagger is going to be significantly delayed, like at least a minute or 2. Like,
yeah,
he
but
burrows
that's
straight
not
forward.
the worst. That's
Oh,
not the
shot.
worst thing.
Ice Ice in trouble. Top lane, YYF. Can catch him. Ice Blast to follow, and this will be Vino's death. And it's an own age. They pick up a troll as well.
Yeah, I
2
feel
to
that's
6.
not the biggest deal. Losing the time for the dagger, it's like he gave away a lot of experience and gold to the Dragon Knight.
that's
and
a
the
good
team.
point.
Dire's structures.
He didn't have a crazy kill streak, but more just the experience really cost them.
Oh, Shadow Demon looking for Mushi.
Yeah, once suddenly the Shadow Demon doesn't seem like he's low level anymore. He's
Yeah.
like halfway through level 7.
Yeah, like what you were saying really rings true when you click on him and he's suddenly level 7 almost.
We were like talking about, oh, this Shadow Demon hasn't got pulls because under a lot of pressure, and suddenly, hey, he's almost level 7.
And the Enchantress? The Enchantress was level 3 when Shadow Demon was 2. Now she's 4 when he's 6. So you really see the difference. But Varney will claim a big tower top, and that's nearly his drums up. So despite DK having a very bad fight, the fairly important items are coming out soon. The drums for one thing, and I think more importantly, the Blink Dagger for the Sand Cane and the mech for Veno. Ice, he's kind of been ignored on this top lane. Not really a hero that you want to waste your time ganking. When the tier 1's up, they can just TP. The Sand Cane, they can relocate. But that means he's going to get a mech soon.
They can't really go on him, I feel, because it's always dangerous with the relocate, and he just needs to pop his ultimate, and if you kill him, the Tiny is going to kill at least 2 of your heroes.
Right,
Oh,
yeah.
they're gonna jump burning there.
completely agree with you
Smoke
there.
gang a bottom lane. They have a hook shot. They're
Oh,
gonna
no.
use them all moonlight into smoke on the sea.
Oh, I
He knows,
think
he
knew
knows.
something. He knew
They
something was
have a
wrong.
lane ward actually, and but they were smoked still. I think it didn't break, right?
I think they had vision of DK up top getting moonlighted. I think Ice Ice
Okay,
reported
okay.
and
He
immediately
was
they
actually
backed
back
out.
at the tower when they casted Moonlight, so I'm not very sure.
I don't.
what they
Yeah,
saw.
I don't think the smoke broke, so they must have.
Oh, Perch.
Must have been
Lambda
other,
Perch, yeah.
must have been other lanes.
Epi though being
but
channeled, he's got a Blink Dagger on the mark,
Oh!
nails 2,
Oh!
jams him in. There's your toss.
Nails.
Hal's low, but not dead yet. Now the stun comes on Mushi. He got him low, but he didn't kill him off. Now the Chain Frost is a bouncing. Mushi will fall. Lamb will as well. 2 for 1.
Wow.
It looked amazing. It turned out to be very
It
mediocre.
actually was amazing. He made a mistake there. He when he blinked in with his Epi and he Barrel Strike in, he was like backing off a little bit. He actually didn't deal maximum damage to the Mirana. The Mirana would have definitely died if he get the right click on and it was just close to him. He was like a bit hesitating. He thought he would have been stunned by the Dragon Knight or someone else, and he tried to Epi and went back a bit, and that cost him the kill.
And they're going to YYF now, and they'll avalanche, they'll toss.
There's a toss. There's a lot of points on everyone here. YYF is going to go down. Punch here from Burning. He's between a rock and a hard place. And well,
That was good. Though. That was good.
the dragon flies away. But Ice saves the tower and even helps them net the kill.
So DK now will try and group up. The mech is not here yet, though. They've got the money for it. They haven't delivered it. And Mushi goes in for the initiation. He's trapped under the tower. Rara to fly it. Will connect to Ice. There's no mech. Imagine if they had the mech. They could really force this fight. But now they're going to lose Ice. It feels. Maybe not. Avalanche. Toss. They'll bring down the Shadow Demon.
Blink Barrel Strike is up.
Nope, hook shot flies in, catches onto Ice. Ice will go out. Blink Barrel Strike comes out here from Hao. Hao's gonna run away, but the toss drops in all really low. Enchantress miss up the high ground, but MMY with the Wisp Spirits blows them all up, and YYF again gonna have a miss up the high ground. Enchantress not having the RNG side, didn't pray. I think the buff wore off. He needed to pray for this hour, and now Mushi picks up a regen rune. He could rejoin the fight any second.
Dude, that mech was like 800 units from being delivered, and it looked like maybe DK was going to lose the fight because Ice died too soon, but he got off the ultimate, and DK just have so much nuke damage. IG just, they can't really keep up with the firepower unless they have the Chain Frost, and when the Chain Frost is down, it feels like they just don't have the damage to take down DK in fights.
They have relocate now. They can look to dictate the play right now. This tower's going to go down with the relocate.
In the middle lane.
Level 11, Epicenter. Oh my god, this is the time for the Sand King to wipe the whole team off IG.
Let's queue up the Sandstorm here. It could be amazing.
Get ready. Daruding. Do.
Who needs Sandstorm when we have Winter? DJ Winter in the house. But, I mean, for IG, where do they kind of go from here? Obviously, the late game isn't going to be to
that was close.
in their favor. Oh, they went for a hookshot, or?
No, the smoke gang got revealed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really, really close. They were looking
Bottom
for the
lane.
cross blast. How will he get out of this? Not gonna go out of this. Arrow in the face of Burning. Not gonna help him at
the
all.
hook shot!
Tiny. The hook shot. Where did the hook shot? Oh, block.
Onto
Was
the
it block?
creeps.
Oh.
No, he got the creeps. He was just trying desperately quickly to try and save Hao. Oh, this is looking extremely bad for IG right now, losing the Mirana yet again.
And
Yeah.
they need to be ahead of
Sorry.
items here.
Mushi
They
is
have
in
to
a very good
relocate.
position.
They have to relocate.
Oh, this
I
is
think
gonna
I
be
saw
bad.
him.
They're gonna
I think I
bait in
saw
the
him.
fight. Ice is gonna do it. Yeah. He's gonna bait in a fight and want to clump up. Epicenter into Barrel Strike. Oh, the rocket reveal.
Oh, he's been
Yeah,
scouted.
they saw him.
The jig is up.
Indeed it is. But the thing is, like, DK doesn't have to force those fights, right? They have the better initiation, the better late game, and they're getting more farm on their carry, and that carries backed up by a Wisp. So really it's IG who have to make things happen. Moonlight Shadow ganks, Clockwork Hook ganks. Unfortunately, just DK's been able to reveal them. Some due to like maybe just luck and fortunate timing, and some just due to good positioning. As a result, this is why we've seen them banning the Wisp. Guys, it's because it's so hard not to make mistakes against this combo, and all of a sudden, Burning level 11, Mushi can work towards his next big item after the blink, and DK looking better and better as Game 7 starts to head towards the mid game.
I'm feeling the veil of Discord. Vino plus Sand King plus veil of Discord. Oh boy.
Seems
I
like he's
actually
not getting it
saw
though.
I saw a clip where someone made the calculations
Yeah.
comparing Acceptor and View of Discord.
Format,
Actually,
right?
View of Discord gives you more damage than Acceptor, but Acceptor gives you hit points, of course, HP and stats.
Yeah, and it's also, the Veil is also quite a bit cheaper, so there's that as well.
It gives you a nice armor actually. It's a lot of survivability between the fights, and it's nicer to have on Venomancer. It's not that difficult to tap the Veil. I mean, it's 2 buttons compared to the 1, so it's harder for panic spam to happen, but for Ice, I think it's fine for him. He has been getting some great
Mushi.
kills so far.
Mushi, it's gonna reveal the smoke. They just casually walk out and wait.
They have a Dust on Faith, but they don't really
they
know
were-
where the
they were
enemy
confused.
is. So
They were confused of what just happened.
yeah, it's like these guys have no. We didn't see them get. They have no Invis heroes, and you know, I guess did they see the? I don't think they saw the Invis rune.
No, this is the Invis hero. The
Yeah,
Darud.
they just placed this ward. So Where does DK go from here? I mean, they should just be content to farm.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
they
say
are.
DK. I mean IG. Where does IG go from here? Is the real question.
They can look to farm up the Mirana, farm up the Dragon Knight, and wait for a level 4 Frost armor, Ice armor.
But they have no Midases. They have stacked the Ancients a few times, but that could well go to the Tiny if they have a bad fight. And it just doesn't seem like they're going to be able to keep up in terms of gold. Just straight gold, and they need more because they don't have as much natural carry potential on their side.
Yeah, and Mushi is going to be a huge threat now towards the IG side. Every time they move around, when they see the Sand King, it's like seeing 3 heroes already. Burrow Strike, a Blink Burrow Strike, and the Relocate comes in. They have to be always accompanied by the Shadow Demon and the Lich all the time. That's going to reduce a lot of their support farm. And whereas at the same time, the Wisp and the Enchanters will be just farming the jungle, farming the lanes, and getting more out of the map.
I can't be the only one glad that Midas gaming has died out.
I am, because it means it won't get nerfed anymore, so it's still somewhat viable in pubs, which is good.
Why do
Picker.
you not like the Hand of Gold? Why?
Well,
Everyone
I
likes it
rarely
when
play-
they have it. They just don't want to play against it.
I rarely play Prophet anyway. I have lots of
that item
cosmetics, but I don't play it.
That item makes like supports relevant in extra relevant because you get 1 or 2 more items than usual.
Oh well.
Ends the game quicker because
Don't-
you get items faster.
Don't you want to matter when you're old and grey, Lysander?
Nah, I'll
If
just
so,
carry
you should
at
buy
the
this
start.
Hand of Midas. It'll make you feel better.
Oh.
Well, IG, they did manage to farm their Ancients here, but DK are farming theirs as well, so they're getting more in that department, and they continue to maintain their lead. It's not an overwhelming lead just yet, but it's very close to the tipping point. I feel like one big team fight for DK, and this could be over for IG.
Yeah, and this is what a farming Vano looks like. Not those flimsy support Vanos we usually see just feeding. Like what Winter says, Vano are meant to die and whatnot. Ice has been doing the courtesy deaths so far, 0-2, but other than that, he's been okay.
He created a lot of space with those deaths, though, so I say well worth it.
Somebody has to die. You can't have everyone living all the time. Somebody has to die.
Philosopher Winter.
Ice the martyr. Mushi, he's gonna march in. He
Mushi.
knows he's got backup here,
Oh.
but he does get caught. Can they chain stun
gonna
him?
sack himself.
Oh, 4-step
Oh.
forward! Now the stun! They wanted to relocate on top of that, but there was just no opening to go.
And their corpse is closer.
There was no opening at all. He got spotted out by this ward here, so IG saw him running in towards the jungle, and that was just such a easy kill for them to surround him and just pick him off. They're gonna scout the. Wow, they're gonna scout it. They actually cleared the ancients already. Okay, I thought they were scouting for the ancient stack.
Yeah, IG already cleared them earlier, and DK had been farming theirs. And here we go, top lane, Avalanche, toss. There will be a tether as well, and now the chase is on. Didn't actually get the tether slow yet. Toss him up. They retreat. Now the arrow flies.
Miscommunication, arrow disruption. Yeah.
They're
Oh no, the
relocating.
tether is gone. The tether's gone. Oh boy.
Now the Wisp is just dead. He could
No,
have just
he's
ran
gonna pull a
away.
miracle. Burnings can sit near him.
He can pull a teleport right now. Teleport. No, he's
Yeah,
not
I don't
gonna
know why
teleport.
people don't do that. You could TP 3 seconds before you're relocating, just TP out.
I think they removed that. I don't think that works
No,
anymore.
you can still do it.
Are you
can
sure?
still do
Yeah,
it.
pretty sure. I've seen it many times. I don't know why the Wisp just dies, because you can just wait 3 seconds, TP back to base, and when you relocate, you TP right away. So unless you TP into a nice path, oh, Epicenter solo
Oh, here
kill, and
comes-
how? And yep, we'll get that kill. So Stars will take her. 9-11, it's a tragedy.
Big plays. And that's a crucial kill. Killing the Mirana, killing the Dragon Knight. Those are the 2 heroes you just need to keep down. As long as they do that, DK are not going to lose this in the late game.
Ice
just
Ice gonna get. Well, Centaur Storm gonna land on DK, buying Ice some time to escape there. Space created again. He's gonna have his axe after very soon. Oh boy,
Yeah.
a lot of damage.
Ice in plane. When he plays off lane, he doesn't play some useless Venomancer that dies. He just goes for the full-on carry. His Bristleback off lane, no problem. He kills people, he takes their gold, gets his omelet. Omelet. Twitch chat is affecting me. They call it omelet all the time because it sounds like that. And now I've been converted.
Omelette do for much. Omelette with cheese.
It can actually happen in Dota, which is the funniest thing.
Score 11-9. 23 minutes in. But DK continue to farm, and they farm on some heroes that can really use it. Even this, I mean, even some of the utility heroes scale very well with farm. Like the Enchantress can dish out a lot of damage later on. Obviously, Mushi getting something like a BKB, a Shiva's could be game changing for them, and of course the Tiny Wisp, any farm they get will become very relevant later on. So it's a lineup from top to bottom that can scale well with farm, and thus. You look at IG, some of these heroes just don't do that much with it. Lich, farm isn't really going to benefit him that much, and he's not that good at acquiring it. Same for the Shadow Demon. He's never getting anything this game. I'm very worried for IG.
Oh yeah, they are so poor, and the Mirana can actually get killed by the Venomancer alone when he gets a scepter. Oh, he actually has a scepter. One Gale and one ultimate, the Mirana is gonna die.
And you just go back to the way the laning stage developed, and IG just did not go greedy at all with their items. We didn't see a Midas on the Murano, we didn't see the Dominator on the Dragon Knight earlier, anything like that, and they're not keeping up. A lot of those early ganks just didn't work out, and it's really coming back to haunt them.
The Dragon Knight can't get greedy, I feel, LD, because he had a bad lane, and
Yeah,
the
that's true.
matchup was tough for him. Very tough for him. He has like, not to say minimal farm, but decent farm, and the lane against the Sand King was just too difficult for him to go greedy items at the start.
Yeah, it's more. I definitely agree with you. It's just the end result is that they had to make those early ganks work, or they're in this position where they have to kind of count on DK making mistakes. It doesn't feel like IG control their own destiny that much right now.
Yeah, but you still won't count them out if they get some good lucky bounces. I think 5 Chain Frost apiece for Tiny and Wisp should be enough.
Only 5 apiece. That's a small order.
Yeah, get a refresher. You have 20 bounces. Don't squander it in one place.
It's 3,700 damage right now, so they can kill off the Tony and the Wisp.
Easy.
Dire's bottom tower is
Sata is gonna harass Ferrari back.
If they get a good hook, the good hook could be the difference. Because that's
fine.
really the only way they're going to hold both in place for Chain Frost.
Yeah. Needs a Void. Want to buy Void. Murano will get a
Smoke up
deny on the
for-
bottom tower.
Dire's bottom
But
tower.
I'm just
Your
gonna
item
smoke up
choice
right
right
now.
now is the damageless Mirana build, which is not gonna help them at all.
YYF leads the way. He'll rotate towards the pit.
Do it with
Once
Now
again,
he
IG.
cruises up the hill and hunts for a gank. Hook shots there, nails it. Catches Ice 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 though, not really the ideal target. Gale is going to
Gale
connect
hits
out
all
too.
of them.
That's a lot.
And is he gonna get off the
Oh,
ultimate
the
in
Vino
time?
ulti.
Oh, no ultimate in time.
The Vino ulti is doing so much damage. Look at all their HP.
Oh, he did get off the ulti in time. Alright, that was a little bit of visual bump. Now Tony cleans up. And there's Epicenter. Solo kill Mirana once again. Ferrari is out of his BKB. The Wisp is back. Very, very short relocate there, but Lanham's gonna impetus him. Dragon scales or not, the spears will hurt. And Ferrari tries to get some final kills there on the board, but the Wisp will survive. It's a 5-for-1 Ice Ice Ice. Really the suicidal bomb here. 2, 3, and 7. He got 2 kills out of that, so he died. Took 2 with him.
The Veno is just not the hero you want to initiate on, right? Unless you kill him before he gets off Poison Nova, which is never going to happen when he's got Ag's
like-
Mechanism. Unless they have like a
It's like
5-second
meleeing-
arrow.
It's like meleeing a boomer in Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, it's like your whole team is surrounding a boomer in Left 4 Dead, and then you hit it. That is the perfect
Sure, let's
analogy.
melee him.
Yeah. Give him the right click. Now Tony gets the Aegis. He's already got the Hyperstone. Is there anything on the Courier for burning? Will it be the Tiny Wisp once again? This has been the story of this team for the past few weeks. Whenever they dig deep and desperately need a series deciding win, they turn to the Tiny, they turn to the Wisp. And not to say they're the only reason they're winning, but it just seems like whenever they need a win, this combo is the pair they turn to. And
This
more often than
and
not,
this
it delivers.
Does this
Haven't
mean
seen
the
this
Tony
yet.
Wisp is back? Does this mean the Tony Wisp is back? In Western scene, Fnatic has been winning all the Tony Wisp games as well.
Yeah, and these are two of the best teams in their respective scenes right now. Two of the strongest. It makes
Yeah.
you wonder.
They use the Zeus strat to great effectiveness as well.
The only thing I can see for IG now is to farm some huge damage items on the Murana and the Dragon Knight. I mean, it's good. They're not going to keep up with the Tiny Wisp, but they just
They
can't
need
kill a
some
lot. They
sick
can't kill these
items.
heroes now. Like, they're too tanky. What else can you do?
Yeah, you have
BKB.
Aegis, you have Hyperstone,
San-
even skip meta
Sand King
stuff.
has BKB.
Just when
Oh
you're
boy.
sure. Reminds me of the old times. Rarely do I see a Sand King get a BKB now.
Relocate.
Oh, Moshi's gonna find him. What a hit shot. And the relocate will come. No tether stun.
whiffed the avalanche.
What? He cancelled his own stun.
Why? He cancelled.
Oh, he
He
cancelled
cancelled his TP. He would have survived.
What was he thinking of the old tether? Like, all right, I'm gonna get stunned. I might as well. Maybe he's forgetting that the new tether works that way. I don't know. Yikes,
Oh,
that
boy.
hurts.
Sudoku.
Because Burning actually whiffed his avalanche. He completely whiffed it.
Yeah.
And that could have cost them the kill, but instead DK, it feels like everything's coming their way. This could be the reverse all kill. Score 3-3 in the best of 7. $165,000 US and change to the winner. And Burning beaten on the tier 2 mid.
Dire's
Lunch Dota better than dinner Dota.
Apparently. DK, they just needed a little break, a little warm-up, and now they march down the middle lane. Toss will fly, the tower will fall, and they get closer and closer. They can taste the victory, they can smell it. And IG, almost restricted to their own base at this point. One outer tower remains. This too shall fall. And now IG, they're in their cage. Can they
Once
find a way
again.
out?
For the 4th game in a row.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
What a
Okay.
disastrous turn of events this would turn out to be for IG. If they go on to lose this series, they had DK on the ropes. There was that 2-3 hour break. They come back and they just looked flat. DK looked rejuvenated. And it's just been all DK all the way. I mean, truthfully, none of these games have been close. All 4 of them have been DK stops so far.
Yeah, none of them were close at all. And one game was 16 minutes for you guys that missed it. It was a terrible, terrible
It makes you wonder. It makes you wonder what Mushi said to the team during the break.
Alright, maggots. It's not something like that.
Little drill sergeant speech, you
Yeah.
feel? Winter, you tell us. What would Mushi say to you in a situation like this?
I'ma rape you.
He would just say, "Don't worry, we'll just focus on the next game. I'ma carry you next game. Don't worry."
That does not sound like what Mushi would say.
If
That
I
was
tell
the
you what
most
Mushi-
obvious lie I've ever heard in my life.
Radiant's
If I
They're
if I
confirmed.
told you what Mushi would be saying, you would be. Oh, it wouldn't be.
It's not
actually,
fit for
appropriate.
children.
Yeah, it wouldn't be
Poor
appropriate for me
Alexia.
to.
Alexia from
Wouldn't be
Reddit.
appropriate.
9-year-old Alexia. She would not be able to take it.
I would get in trouble.
Esports rep
I would get in
all over
trouble.
our ass.
So DK is going for the triple egg strat. They've got the Enchantress eggs, the Veno eggs, the Tiny eggs. All of these heroes are just do. I feel like anyone. Oh, they're going in now. They find my way up. They toss him. They avalanche him. The BKB comes out, and it's not gonna matter. Burning just right clicks for the death anyway. Easy.
Veil
kill.
comes off.
Oh, here comes
dear.
the view and the Nova. Oh my god, so much damage.
Faith is gonna drop to 1 HP. He cannot take any ounce of damage, and he does.
This is it.
Banana
This is
tosses
it.
up. Oh,
Game.
GG!
GG.
What?
What? What?
That was so deflating. Why did he pause? Oh my goodness. But DK looks like they take it. The GG call comes out. DK are your WPC-ACE champions, I think.
You don't have to think. It's official.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's freaking over.
I mean, the game is pretty much in the bag anyway, but
3 heroes dead.
they had to pause at that crucial moment, huh?
3 heroes dead. 4 heroes dead. 5 heroes dead.
Why are they pausing?
Puppy
Why?
talk. Naga counter.
They disconnected.
Oh, look at Mushi. He disconnects, walks over to the IG booth and sup. I think it's over. Guys, don't leave us hanging. What?
Well, the Chinese stream is a full minute behind us, so I'm going to switch over to that. It may be that as soon as they call GG, they just got up and went over to shake hands, but it looks like we have ourselves a WPC-ACE champion. It is Team DK. They've done the unthinkable. They gave up an 0-3 disadvantage. They looked just completely a mess in all 3 games. IG just ran the train right over them. They have that lunch break. They come back, and it's like a team possessed. They knock off 3 wins in a row, and then in the crucial game, the Tiny Whisk comes out. Mushi delivers on the solo mid-sane kit, and they cruise to a Game 4 victory. What a turn of events. We'll see the final moments here once again on the Chinese stream, but DK walking away with $165,000. What a performance from them.
Yeah, I think they'll be happy to give out keys now.
这直接上了高地，
沙王又是杀下了奇迹，
They have the money.
上四追
A lot of money. Why are they all disconnecting?
They all
Why
just
is
got up
GG
and started cheering. Actually, Lamb knocked over his monitor.
Well, only the Lich King is left. The observers are leaving us here alone. This is gonna be the
Yes.
most anticlimactic ending.
Why did they
In a
pause
while.
the game and just leave us here?
I'm not sure. But guys, that is going to wrap it up for this game. We're going to hand it off to the Chinese stream. Congratulations to DK. They are your first place champions for WPC-ACE. Before we go, though, I'm LD. I was joined here today by Winter and Lysander. Guys, where can they follow you? We'll start with Lysander.
You guys can follow me at Twitter and Facebook, as well as Twitch if you want. It's all Lysander Zenora. It's on the top right corner, I believe. Should be. Is it? Is it on the top right corner? I think it's on the top right corner of the screen. And you guys can follow me there. It's, yeah, all you can see in the chat title. And it's been great casting with you guys, LD and Winter. It's been lots of fun to all my fans. Nearly at 2,000 followers. Thank you all for your support. Much love and Kappa.
And as for you, Winter?
And you guys can find me at twitter.com/winterdota or facebook.com/winterdota. It was very fun today.
Well, Winter, Lysander, thank you for joining me. It's been a grueling ride. This season started on September 22nd. It ends in the new year. It ends on January 1st, 2014. The first Dota 2 championship of 2014 goes to DK, perhaps a sign of things to come. As for IG, they will still walk away with $50,000, but they fall short of that first place in the end. Disappointing result for them. Awesome result for Team DK. Guys, that is going to wrap up the broadcast now. We'll hand it off to the Chinese stream. They may have some post-game interviews for those who speak Chinese, but for now, it's LD, Winter, and Lysander signing off. Thanks for joining us.